All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Church of Quantism, also known as the Quantism Movement. Um, this next section, a lot of you that are really into science are going to think, it's a little strange to be adding in, but I have done a lot of research when it comes to this, and I was quite surprised myself, some of the things I've witnessed from it. And I felt it necessary because of it is something that we could actually make a difference with, even though it's more of a spiritual side of things. The science that I was able to collect into this was limited, but it's there. So even though not all of you are going to be like jumping for joy over it, I mean, it is something that I feel is necessary. Many religious groups claim that God will heal people of cancer and other diseases. Many also claim to be healers. We needed to look at this at a medical level as well as a spiritual level. Have you ever noticed that when you are in a good mood that you seem to get better sooner sometimes? A lot of times, actually. The positive attitude, as silly as it might sound, actually helps with many health situations. Not giving up on your life, not giving up on you, loved ones, family, and the world really makes a big difference when it comes to your health. Am I telling you that this is going to cure a rusty nail on your foot and you didn't get a tetanus shot? No, I'm not going to tell you that. Vaccines are very important. Good attitude is not going to save you there. How about a heart attack? Well, believe it or not, we can lessen the chance of death. Did you know that Buddha can actually slow, the current Buddha can actually slow his heart rate by concentration? It was documented by scientists who didn't believe that this was possible, that he would have that much control of his body. So I actually tried working on this. I found out that it doesn't really take years. It just takes concentration and practice. Yes, I'll be more than happy to show anybody. I can actually change my heart rate. I use a pulse oximeter, and I'm able to relax myself, of course, which sounds logical. I relax myself, I'm able to lower my heart rate. I'm also able to raise it. It's not by a lot, but I'm able to make changes. After many years of doing this concentration, a lot of breathing techniques, I realized that I could even have an effect on my blood pressure. I'm 320 pounds, and my blood pressure is 120/80 almost always. I'm able to really focus in. Just to be clear, I'm not telling you to stop taking your blood pressure medicine. But it's something that you need to understand, that you do have control over your own body. It's something to help on top of the medications. The concentration part, my personal experience, it's just temporary. So if I'm not concentrating and I'm out doing something else, and I get stressed out and don't calm myself down or anything happens, of course I'm going to have high blood pressure at that moment. Of course my pulse is going to get out of control. But that's part of being self-aware as far as trying to get back on to where you need to be. We still need to have proper diet, and we have to be consistent with our relaxation techniques. Meditation is very important. Relaxation, we need to concentrate on our bodies. We need that time to really work on ourselves. Once again, I'm not telling you that you know better than the doctor. Let the doctor make medication decisions and medical decisions for you. I'm big on doing research, So if a doctor's telling me that I have to take something and I'm not feeling good about it, I'm going to research it and maybe go talk to another doctor. I've had to do that a few times, but still, once again, I mean, it's, I'm definitely not saying that, this is going to take care of everything. So next is stress, panic attacks, childhood trauma. These are things that we could actually control through our relaxation techniques, meditation, prayer. All this is good for you. Everybody needs this. This is the part that really gets into why it really makes us a religion, because we do have that spiritual side to us. All of this is important because it puts things into perspective, and we realize that no matter how horrible the past was, you just need to let it go a lot of times. We can't change the past, so we don't let the past change you. We need to focus on the now and how to make the now better. Reality is what we're living currently and the direction we are heading in. If that direction is wrong, we need to change it, and the direction, and understand why we need to make those changes. Relaxation techniques will help you focus, and that's a big thing. So, laying of the hands is something that is used by many religions and so-called healers. And I say so-called because I've only met one lady that I actually believed. The other ones were just make-believe people just trying to steal money. Many years ago, I witnessed with this lady. It was a broken bone. It was healed by a large group of people. The fracture was a hairline fracture on the arm, but they did have x-ray proof, and it actually worked. Days after the event, it wasn't there anymore. I don't know how to explain it. I don't fully understand it, but I did the research, and it's supposedly possible. Here's what I learned from my research and from speaking to various healers. So how it really works is that the healer themselves really isn't doing anything. All they're really providing is the positive energy. So the best one was this one gentleman who he actually explained to me that the electrical impulses that help keep his heart beating, which I know is the sinoarterial node, which I had mentioned earlier in another section. The electrical energy can be used as positive or negative energy, and that could be given to others. Now, some have claimed that is actually producing more electrical power than the average person, the SA node. This increased energy gives them the ability to heal minor things. Just to be clear, all the healer is really doing, they're not actually healing. All they're doing is providing additional energy to that person's body. So it's up to that person to use the energy being given to help heal the problem area. So if the person has a broken toe, for example, the healer will touch the problem area or near the problem in order to give the person additional energy. The person with the broken toe then relaxes themselves and concentrates their flow of energy to the problem area. That flow of energy will direct the extra energy being given to the healer, by the healer, to help heal the broken toe. By doing this, the toe should be healed or be in better shape than it originally was. Like I said, I've seen it done in a group setting, and I think there's a good chance that we can heal ourselves with the added energy of our bodies. One of the things that from my research is healing healing a leg bone that's been cracked all the way open possible? No. No, everything that I've read, the only things that have been healed are smaller things. As far as broken type of bones type of thing, it's usually hairline fractures. As far as diseases or things that are affecting our bodies, organs that aren't working anymore, supposedly those have been helped. I've yet to have anything documented where it's actually completely healed, but it's helped to the point where somebody doesn't die. The larger the group, the more energy being focused into that person, the more they could actually do to help the person. So the person receiving, like I said, needs to be focused on the area of problem. Even in a group setting, I've been told the healing process fails, and it's not completely if the person receiving the energy somehow feels that the whole thing is a joke. Another issue is if the person receiving the energy feels that they deserved the damage that they got and don't feel that they deserve to have it healed. So cirrhosis of the liver because they were drinking too much, they did a lot of horrible things, and we have have 100 people passing positive energy to this person. It's not going to do anything if they feel that they deserve to be dying. So the person that's receiving the additional energy is supposed to be focused on it, and they have to believe that it's right for them to get this healed. The energy itself is God. I've mentioned this in the other videos. I mean, that's what we see as God, is the energy. So if you're saying that is God healing this? Yes. God's the one making a difference. God is energy itself. The energy that's in our body is the energy that's in everybody's bodies. The laying of the hands is all. It's pretty much a theory at this point. They don't really have enough experimenting on it. It's kind of going to a hypothesis, but because it wasn't a controlled experiment on the little hairline fracture that I witnessed. On a smaller scale, the research I've done has had a lot of positive results, but those are still up for debate because other factors could have been playing a role that I was unaware of. Unlike the church, when it is up and running, I currently do not have the numbers to complete the experiment in order to confirm the energy healing process. Once the experiment is complete and all the variables have been put in place, I assume there's going to be some pretty positive results. But for now, just being honest, it's a hypothesis. There's been other things that, why I think that this is something that might work. There's electroacupuncture was also part of my research. Electroacupuncture is similar to the traditional acupuncture because the same points are stimulated during treatment of a patient. As with traditional acupuncture, needles are inserted in specific points along the body. The needles are then attached to a device that generates continuous electric pulses using small clips that are attached to the needles. Acupuncture is claimed by many historians to have been practiced in China for over 4,000 years. So acupuncture is meant to improve our body's functions and to promote the natural self-healing process by stimulating specific anatomic sites that is causing the problem. The sterile needle that is inserted forces us to think of the spot in our bodies. The endorphins and relaxation of the process, as I am told, also makes you feel better mentally. So there's diagrams of these acupuncture points that affect our bodies. I see these points as being really important areas when it comes to the laying of hands as well. Once again, does acupuncture cure cancer? That's a big no from what I've been seeing. Just to be clear, I still believe in modern medication and science as the main tools for curing, but I do believe that we can help it along by understanding that little bit of energy that we all have. Prayer, meditation, proper nutrition, and exercise are all necessary on top of medications in order to help live healthier and full lives. So that positive energy, I really do believe makes a difference. I want you all to really take that into account. So have an open mind. That's all I'm asking. God bless you all, no matter what you believe in.